It's gonna be really hard to get a job in pharmacy. It's so saturated. There's no jobs available. You're gonna be broke for the rest of your life. You're wasting your time right now. You're just gonna be heartbroken once you graduate because you're gonna find out that there's nothing, absolutely nothing waiting for you. So since I posted my first video, I've gotten several comments about, how the pharmacy profession is saturated and people wanted to ask my take on it. And so I thought I'd create another video just to kind of address that issue. First, I actually got the chance to talk to my peers just to kind of see how they feel about it. And so here's what they think.
I haven't really heard that, so it makes me really sad. Actually, I heard that with nursing too, but I feel like in healthcare, there's always going to be a place for you and your specialty, no matter what it is. You might have to adapt yourself or maybe get an extra certification here or there, but I think there's always going to be a way to find a job. It just might not be what you want right away.
Yeah, so I actually had a friend who's up here with us, and she applied to 28 Walgreens back in Florida for her graduating year, and she said she couldn't get a single job, and this was literally like within the last 6 months, and so she's taking a job up here instead. Personally, I'm not planning on doing that. Even if I'm jobless, I'm going back to Florida. But it is very scary to know that we're going through all this, and possibly the state that you're from, you may not get a job. So I don't know. It could be a benefit overall because some pharmacies will actually get rid of the older pharmacies to hire us for cheaper. So that could be a good thing, but I don't know.
So my opinion on pharmacy being saturated, I think that holds true for all medical professions, like doctors or nurses or pharmacists in general. And I just think that you have to do certain little things to separate yourself out from the crowd. And there are things like pursuing a residency or getting involved or having grades or things like that. I feel like once you're able to separate yourself out, then you're probably able to find your dream job faster than other people. But I feel like even the other people with experience under their belt, you can eventually work yourself up to that ladder and then end up in the dream job as a pharmacist that you always wanted. And although it seems like it is true that pharmacy is getting saturated, but I feel like in healthcare there's always a role for everybody, and there's always a need for a pharmacist, and you can go to different states and find a job in a setting that you want.
Yeah, so I've heard that a lot, because so many schools are opening, brand new schools opening up. But I feel like a lot of the pharmacist jobs are evolving, and they're figuring out hey, a pharmacist could do this. They're more knowledgeable in these areas. So I feel like we have potential to create new jobs. So I'm not really worried. I think we can make a difference in that.
So is the pharmacy field saturated? Yeah, probably. I believe so. But as several people have mentioned earlier, it does hold true to a lot of job markets and not just the pharmacy profession. I believe it comes down to, number one, geographical location. Big cities like LA, New York, Chicago, Florida, naturally people would want to move there, so it's going to be hard to find a job, it's going to be hard to find a place. But I feel like if you're open to relocating, if you're open to moving to a different state, then that could be a plus factor. Now I do recognize that that's easier said than done. I know that it's not easy for people sometimes to just move from one state to another on a whim. There are different factors, family, relatives and all that and whatnot. I do recognize that, but that's just one solution that I know or that I could think of. Second, I feel like when people hear the word pharmacy, they automatically equate that to retail pharmacy, which, there is more to the pharmacy profession. You can do retail, but you can also do hospital pharmacy, you can do ambulatory care, academia, industry type pharmacy. I could go on, down the list, and my point is there are so many avenues that one can explore within the field of pharmacy. There's just a lot of opportunities out there, and I feel like I just have to sometimes take the extra step to get to where you want to be to achieve your goal. And my last point is I feel like you should just be open to change, and you should position yourself in a way that you have access to the opportunities for you to reach your goals as a pharmacy student. Like for me, if I wanted to do a residency, then I talk to professors who have done residencies. I talk to people that I know who are in a residency program. I participate in extracurricular activities. I do research. Or if I wanted to do retail, then I work as a pharmacy intern. There's just a lot that you can do to position yourself to getting closer to your dream job or a dream pharmacy job. And so I feel like you just have to be really open. If healthcare is really something that you're really passionate about, if pharmacy is something that you truly love, then I feel like this whole job market situation shouldn't deter you from reaching your goal. You should always go for your passion. Sometimes you just have to take the extra step. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. Sometimes you just have to step out your comfort zone, and that's okay. If it means I have to work harder when I graduate, if it means I have to work twice as hard compared to people who graduated 5-10 years ago, I'm okay with that, as long as the end point is that I get my dream job. I get the job that I truly love, and that's all that matters to me. I would love to hear from you. I would love to know what you guys think, so please comment on my video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace out.